Hey everybody, it's Dr. Mordecai, and thank you so much for joining me here for itsdrmordecai.com Season 2, Episode 3. On today, we're going to talk about the importance of strategic planning. Now, not just for your school or your institution, but in your personal life. Let's get started. Once again, hello to everyone, and thank you for joining me here on today. So strategic planning from an educator perspective and administrative perspective, it's something that we are used to doing as an exercise at each and every one of our institutions. Being educators, we look at curriculum, we look at learning outcomes, we have conversations about industry demands, we have conversations about our institution and whether or not it's meeting the needs of our immediate communities, and we talk about the opportunities that we're not seizing. We're talking about things that are happening at our institutions that should be seizing. And so that's conversations that we're used to having in the perspective of education, our institutions, our schools. However, I'm one who believes, and hopefully you do as well, we have to lead by example. In order for us to be the best educators, the best educational administrators that we can be, we need to ensure that there's alignment between what it is that we're attempting to do for our institutions, strategically bring our institutions along, and we need to ensure that our households are doing the same. Stronger homes, stronger households allows us to be stronger educators. That's my personal belief. Hopefully you believe the same. So this video here, I want to provide 3 tips of consideration for you in strategically planning in your own personal life. So here we go. Tip number 1, be sure to conduct a SWOT analysis in your own personal life. Again, not thinking about your school, your institution, but your own personal life. Now remember, SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What are the things that you as a person, you as an individual, that you know that you're good at? You don't have to think twice about, I am really good at doing X, Y, or Z. That's your strengths. Weaknesses, these are the things that you know they're just not strong areas for you. For some of you all, it may be listening. You know, I need to do a better job of listening, or I need to do a better job of planning. These are areas for me that I may be weak in. So keep those things in mind. List those things. Opportunities. Opportunities are the things that are making themselves available to us, but we're not taking advantage of these things. It could look like community engagement, volunteerism, ways in which you should be utilizing a particular experience or event, and you're just not doing a resource in them, just not doing a better job, a good job of that. That's an opportunity. Threats are the things that are out there. They're present. We need to identify what those things are, and so we can build a plan to address those threats. Threats could be procrastination. Okay, if I fail to be a good steward and to do something in a timely manner, it can put other aspects of my personal life in jeopardy. Okay, so those are threats. Be sure to list those things and to be honest and true with yourself. Again, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So tip number 2, now that we've conducted our SWOT analysis, let's talk about action planning and accountability. Action planning, let's do some things to ensure that our strengths are remaining our strengths. What are we doing to address our weaknesses? Let's begin to action plan and challenge ourselves. What can I do a better job of this week, this month, this year, to address these weaknesses, to turn them into strengths, strong points for myself? My opportunities, what can I do to challenge myself to seize, do a better job of seizing these opportunities made available? So volunteering, okay, I'm going to volunteer a certain amount of hours this week or this month or this year. Let's begin to action plan and put that together. Our threats, what are we doing to protect ourselves from these threats, or to identify these threats and ensure that I have systems in place that keeps me away from these things that can threaten my success in these other areas. Now that brings us to accountability, still in point number 2. Now that we've action planned, we need to build a system of accountability for ourselves. You can hold yourself accountable, but sometimes it's harder for others to do that. So your spouse, your significant other, loved ones, making them aware of your plan, your action plan, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and threats, and then saying, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do a better job of this year, this week, this month, and I want your help in holding me accountable. Now listen, and let's be honest here. when you've identified these folks and they begin to make you accountable, don't remember that you've asked them to be your accountability partner. So what they're doing is they're showing love and commitment to the relationship and the care that they have for you. So their job is to say, remember what you said, or remember what your plan was, and when they begin to ask you questions and that you don't lash out at them, they are your accountability partner. Again, if you can do this for yourself, by all means do so. But if you know you're not doing a good job of holding yourself accountable, go out there and find an accountability partner. So here we go. Point number 3, last but not least, let's be sure to set some goals for ourselves. Again, we're strategically planning here. What are some goals that we have? Some 1-year goals, some 3-year goals. Maybe you're at the point you're ready to do some 5-year goals for yourself, okay? Personally, I've done a great job. My family, we've done a great job of 1-year goals. We're just wrapping up our first 3-year goals. So there's some goals that we said was about 10 for our family, things that we want to accomplish within 3 years' time, and we're wrapping that up at the end of 2019. Now, for those of you all that are ready for 5-year, go for it. Our family is going to be setting out to do our first 5-year goal plan starting in 2020. We're really excited about that. But you do what works for you. Now, in setting these goals, again, action plan. These are the things that I'm going to need to do in order to meet these goals. These are not dreams. We're goal planning. We're strategically planning, okay? And asking ourselves, is the actions that we currently have in place now going to help us achieve those goals, and changing or eliminating or tweaking those things that would get in the way of us being successful. Again, the purpose of all of this and even this video is to encourage you all as educators, educational administrators, the like, that says, okay, if I'm going to do a job of leading my institution, my school through strategic planning, let me lead by example and begin to do those things in my personal life. You see my contact information. Thank you so much for your time on today. I look forward to interacting with you soon at itsdrmordecai.com.